to the live stream. We're talking about cabbage. Why? Because I had some in my fridge and I need to eat more vegetables. So I was like, I've got cabbage. I need to eat dinner right now because it's 8:45 p.m. and I was going to eat a something like a patty melt. I had some ground veal at home and I said I'll make like a patty melt. And I was like, I have this cabbage lying around, so let's make some cabbage as well. So I get some vegetables in my diet. So take off the outer leaf. Here's our cabbage. Now, how am I going to make this cabbage taste good? There's a secret ingredient. And that, my friends, is this. What is this? I'll give you 5 guesses. Can you guess what this is? I'm not going to tell you what this is right now. Let's get down to chopping the cabbage and get started on this recipe. But take your best guess. What is this? I'm going to just pick up a piece and show you. Pick up another piece. Maybe another piece. Even if it is meat, guess what meat? And no, it's not horse. Alright, let's get to chopping the cabbage. So, 2 things to make now. One is like my sandwich for dinner, which is like a patty melt, and one is this cabbage side dish. Alright, there we go. Let's get cracking on the cabbage. I'm going to just cut it into like chunks. There we go. There's another one there. Oh, it's quite hard. And maybe one more cut here. There we go. So now what I'm going to do first is take these parts, the edge bits. I'm just going to slice them lengthwise. Just long strips. There we go. Cabbage cut here. And this one's going to take out this little bit here at the end. We don't need that. And again, just cut it lengthwise. It's like shredded cabbage. Actually, maybe a whole cabbage is too much. I feel at this point I could make like a cabbage steak. Do you guys like cabbage? Is cabbage a popular vegetable in your household? Do you eat any cabbage at all? Okay, that's there. Now this one, got to take out this big crazy thing in the center, this big white fibrous bit, and then we're just going to cut this into small chunkies. Chunky. This one we can just, yeah. There you go. That's a fair amount of cabbage. Again, here we cut this a little bit off because it's not fun to eat. Okay, take that off, and now once again just cut. Like, I don't care about the mash of cabbage being cut in like all sorts of funny ways. Yeah, it's fine. You get different textures of cabbage. Yeah, textures of cabbage we'll call it. There we go. Cabbage is all chopped up. That's a lot of cabbage, but it'll cook down a fair bit. Have any of you guessed what this is? the secret ingredient. Hey, my favorite macaroni recipes on the channel. Look for Headbangers Kitchen Healthy Mac and Cheese. This, my friends, is beef brisket fat. Yeah, that's got flavor, it's got fat, and we don't need any other fat, and this is gonna make it taste delicious. So now we gotta chop this up first. So I'm gonna get my cast iron out. We're gonna chop up this brisket fat. Yeah, just chop up the fat. Into small pieces. This is a lot of it here. And this is just oodles and oodles of flavor. Because it's not just any fat. It's like brisket fat, so there's like bark on it. And this just goes straight in the cast iron. Just throw that in there. Oh yeah, so good. And it's got a lovely smoky flavor as well. This is actually some Wagyu fat, which we're also going to cut into little chunks. And these will crisp up nicely as well. All that goes in. Oh look, I found a piece of brisket. Delicious. Again, just cut the fat into small bits and we'll render this out. We'll get these little crispy bits in the cabbage. It's going to be amazing. Let's get it all in because I need to use up this fat as well. Here we go. More brisket fat. Yep. I mean, I guess it's going to be like almost like fried cabbage. Actually, that's a good amount of fat. Anyway, if it's too much, I can always remove some from the pan. That's the beauty of it. So that's the good thing. If there's too much, I can always remove it from the pan before I start cooking. All right, that goes in there. There we go. More brisket. The last bit of it. Yeah, there we go. It's all in. We're done. We get all the seasoning in as well. Now I have to wash my hands, guys. Give me a second. Alright, let's get you guys closer to the action. Come and join the party. Yeah, now you can see that there. We'll turn the heat on. Super low. Get my spoon and get ready. Where is my... Alright, so we spread this out. Just let the fat start to render. Whoa! Yikes! Ooh, bought some sirloin pork chops today. Yum! Alright, so now smash that like button if you can find it. Now this brisket fat is going to take a little time to render out. So the first thing I need is some cold water because it is quite hot. So let's get some cold water. Next thing I got to do, so I need some bread for my patty melt. So I'm going to take out 2 slices. There. Who's Panjit Ramsey? My name is Sahil. Alright, so I've got my 2 slices of white bread for my sandwich. Put the bread back in the freezer. Guys, the freezer is the best place to store your bread. It doesn't go bad. It stays perfectly fresh. Just remove it, let it defrost, or throw it in the toaster or on the pan, and you're good to go. So, back in the freezer. Alright, drink some water. Oh, that's good. Now, let's get a bowl. Hey Josh, lovely to have you on the stream. I'm rendering out some brisket fat, and here I've got some ground veal. And that veal goes in this bowl. So I'm basically making like a patty melt, kind of. So now I need to season the meat. What am I going to... Hey Tyrone, hello, good for you. I mean, it doesn't matter to me what religion you are. It's not an achievement. Yeah, so I've got the veal mince here. Now let's figure out what I want to season it with. Oh, hold on. Right, what do I season the veal meat with? Let's look in the cupboard. So I've got this caper berbere seasoning, which is pretty good. I could just use it, otherwise it gets too complicated. Yeah, I mean, you got to keep everything. I've got too much stuff. There are so many things, like there are sauces which I haven't used in like ages, but they're all sitting around. Because I keep making new dishes every week for the show. So I have to like actually plan and schedule my cooks accordingly. Anyway, let's use this berbere seasoning, caper berbere seasoning. Let's just season that meat up a little. Yeah, I think that should do it. Got the seasoning in there. Ugh, can we all please leave your religions at home? Remember guys, I said it very clearly last time. Religion is like a penis. It's okay to have one. You don't need to display it in public. We don't give a shit. Yeah, I don't care if you're Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, Jew, whatever. Just be a good human being and leave your religion in your house. Unless you're on a religious live stream. There's absolutely no need to show us your penis. Alright, the brisket fat is rendering out. Yeah, and now I use a fork because I'm on a live stream and I don't want to keep washing my hands. So I'm just going to mix the meat here. The veal mince. Just mixing it and getting all the seasonings in. You know, I have a bit of wine. Hold on, let's see if we can throw some. So there's the... So I have this sausage called the chori pan, which I really love. So I'm going to put a splash of wine in this to give it a little... There we go. A little red wine. And now, give it all a good mix. Yeah. That should also dissolve a bit of those spices. Give it a really good mix. Yeah. So mixing the meat. So just the berbere seasoning and some red wine. And just, yeah, while this cooks, we're gonna just now let this sit out here and chill. Okay, there we go. There it looks. There it is. Ready to go. Yeah, so I also have Tyrone. I'm an atheist. I have no religion. Thank you very much. Um, Mustard from a previous. It's got a little honey in it, so a little honey mustard happening here. I just need to use up stuff that's in my fridge. Oh, there we go. The brisket fat is rendering out. Oh yeah. Look at that, guys. We are making purple cabbage. And that, my friends, is beef brisket. Let's give you guys a bird's eye view. Whoa, wait, zoom out. Okay, I hope you can see. Yeah, there we go. That's the brisket. So this is just brisket fat that I'm rendering out. It's got a lot of pepper, salt, a lot of seasoning, so I don't need to add anything to it. It's just beautifully render out that fat. And like, see, now this is sticking over here. Something I can do is add a little water. Yeah. That just gets everything off. And that will just help this render out a little better. There we go. And if you see some big pieces of brisket like this, you can try and squash them and tear them. Oh yeah, that's good. So that will slowly render out more of the fat. It will also show me which are the pieces of fat and if there's any like meat pieces that got lost or left behind. Oh yeah, that looks good. Nice and fatty. You can turn the heat up a little bit now. I mean, it's delicious. I wish you guys could smell this. See, and this way now there's no bits stuck at the bottom. You can just stir it. The water will cook out now, and again the fat will start to render. And this is like how you can like sort of control the heat in the pan. Like, I think that's very important when you're cooking. Like, especially when I cook live now, I'm always trying to control the heat because you guys are watching, and I'm also like, I can't sit and do this for like 1 hour because you guys will get bored as shit if I'm sitting for 1 hour and rendering out brisket fat. And like, see, I found like these little pieces of brisket. Like, that's just meat, so I'm taking that out because I can eat that as a snack because you waste nothing. But the rest of it is just pure brisket fat. And as you can see, the pan has a good amount of oil in it. And like, I'm not going to wait for more fat to render out. I'm just going to probably like fry the cabbage. Just going to turn the heat up a little. Get that last bits of water to evaporate. Another piece of brisket right here. My little snacks on the side. Another piece of brisket here. And here. Damn. And see, this fat will also fry and become crispy. So I'll have little crispy bits of fat when I'm eating my cabbage. I have to spread this around now. Now that fat, it's like almost like bacon. It's just like frying there. Yummy. I can hear the crackling. It's all frying. Oh wow. Oh my god. Okay. Now we've got the fat frying here. Let's add the cabbage in now. There's enough fat there for sure. Let's add the cabbage. And that's a good amount of cabbage. So, this is like at least 7 or 8 portions. So I can freeze some of it. I don't need to keep it all in the fridge. I can eat some next week. So yeah, all the cabbage is in there. Now I'll just get my cutting board cleaned up a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to fry that cabbage. And I've also got a little bit of ponzu here, which I'm just going to throw in. Basically using up everything in my fridge. This will also add a little bit of acidity to the whole dish. Right, so this is like brisket cabbage stir fry. And this needs nothing because that brisket fat has all the flavor. It has all the spices, the seasonings. Just let this cabbage fry. I'm going to wash my cutting board meanwhile. So yeah, that's the cabbage frying. Now you can watch me for a bit. Okay, Tyrone is getting a timeout. Yeah, I put user in timeout. I don't have time for these people. Sorry guys, I can either moderate or cook. Right. Anyway, let's wash the cutting board. Because, my knife is clean again. Alright, let's rock and roll, guys. Alright, cutting board cleaned up. Now, this cabbage is going to take 5 minutes, I guess. I'm giving it a stir. Yep, always clean as you go. It saves you. Yeah, so now you don't need any major. You can see me stir frying this cabbage. Look at me stir fry the cabbage. Oh, nice. Yes. The cabbage they come and the cabbage they kill. Down in the cool air I can see. Hey, yeah, I'm the one that you wanted. Hey, yeah. Yeah, so this cabbage is just cooking. Just a simple sauteed cabbage. Thank you, Josh. See you around. That sounds good. Please do some sirloin pork chops. All right, why not? Thank you, Emily. Have a great day. I've also got my bread now. I need, what do I need for my sandwich? The purple one does taste a little different, not vastly different. Slightly. I mean, it's still cabbage at the end of the day. Oh yeah. Cabbage in the morning, cabbage in the evening, cabbage. Okay, I'm getting hungry and I don't have patience now. I need to eat. So a whole bunch of spices honestly depends on what you are trying to make. So I have a keto cabbage recipe that's outstanding. Hey The Rock, the good thing is I'm cooking, you're not cooking. So if you find cooking a waste of time, don't cook. Just use your Uber Eats app and order food. And people like me who enjoy cooking will cook. Now, let's switch up the stoves. Because I want to eat. So we'll get this guy on this stove, keep cooking. And this guy, we're going to use this cast iron dosa tawa to make my patty melt. I don't have a cabbage soup recipe. I have a cauliflower soup recipe. I have an egg drop soup recipe which I would recommend that you use. So use my egg drop recipe and just stir fry some cabbage in the beginning and let it go in. Yes, I can put a lid on it as well. I'm trying to not dirty dishes. It just means I have more things to wash. I'm just trying to avoid washing stuff. Anyway, this pan is on now. Let's get the heat up. Let's butter my 2 slices of bread, because how can you have a sandwich without butter and bread? So here, I've got my butter. Let's just get the butter on the bread. Okay? Yeah, butter on the bread and get the bread on the tawa. It can take its time, no hurry. Whoa, a little too much butter. Butter the bread. There we go. Now the bread is toasting. I'm done with the butter. What do I need? Is your cast iron non-stick? If you season your cast iron, it becomes pretty non-stick. Hey Cherry, good to know that you're better now. So wish you the best and get well soon. Yeah, so if you season your cast iron, it will be non-stick. Alright, let's check in on the cabbage. Can you guys see me from there? There we go, cabbage is steamed as well. It's definitely cooked out. I mean, it's still got some crunch, which I wouldn't mind, because, you know, who doesn't want a little crunch in their cabbage? Or do you like your cabbage like really, really soggy? I actually don't mind it a little burnt almost, you know, that sort of slightly burnt cabbage. It's looking all nice. Alright, let's give it a taste. Still has crunch. It's a bit greasy. I should have removed some of the brisket fat. Need some more salt. Okay. Turn the heat down here. Get my spatula. Now that cabbage needs some acidity. So let's get out some vinegar. Or, okay, let's do a little alcohol. This is mirin. Hey, no, I don't worry about the vitamins being lost when you overcook veggies. It's not a problem. Some vegetables you absorb the minerals and nutrition better when they are cooked. Don't worry about it. No big deal. A little bit of this in. Yeah. We need to add acidity. So that's like this, and then we'll add a little bit of what else can we add? A little bit of red wine vinegar. Alright, there we go. And add a good seasoning of salt. Okay, there we go. Salt is in as well. Give it a good mix now. Oh, that smells good now. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Just going to let that cover and cook for a few minutes, and then we'll be done with that. Meanwhile, let's check this. Ooh. Okay, this needs to toast a little bit more this side, and this one needs to toast. Whoops! Nope, this is fine. This guy is fine. Let him toast. And you can see bread is nice and toasted. Now let's add some cheese. Where is the cheese? Yes, here's the cheese. Alright, I've got some leftover Gouda cheese. Nice. I'm just going to put a few slices on there. There we go. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, knock at the door. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Something, something, lay them straight. Let's put enough cheese on there so that I can taste it a little bit last bite. Alright, there we go. Cheese is done. In fact, now I can put the lid on here and let the cheese steam a little bit. And meanwhile, I can give this a stir. And I think this is almost done. Oh, another brisket piece right here. I'm going to get this out for myself. Okay. Turn the heat up a little on this. Put the lid. Great, this is melted. Wow, that was quick. That's moving really fast. Check that out. Cheese is melted. Goes here. We get this off as well. Now it's time to make the burger. So the cheese goes back in the fridge. Okay, I've turned the cabbage off now. It's done. Now here is some beef fat. This is another like surprise ingredients because I'm eating veal and I want some beef fat. So just get a spoon. Let's get a little of that beef fat on this. Okay, that's plenty of beef fat. There we go. Now, let's get this. What am I looking for? I feel like I am looking for something which I can't find because I don't know where I have put it now. Okay, I'm looking for my burger maker which I don't know where I have put now. Where could I have put the burger maker? Found it. So let's get the meat. Let's get the meat in there. Yeah, there we go. Good amount of meat. I think that should be enough. I can put a little more. A little more. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's put that on. Great. And now I'm just gonna move all the fat towards the center. Okay, there we go. Turn this heat up. Let's put this patty down. And now what I'm going to do is just try and shape it like a square. Because I have a square bread slice, which I realize now. So we're just going to spread that out as much as we can with the fork. Perfect. Excellent. This can go in the fridge now. The burger is nicely spread out. Alright, push some of the oil towards it so it can fry. This was not the ideal pan for it, but like I said, I'm too lazy to sit and figure out an option now. There we go. Okay, what am I looking for? Right, let's get some mustard. Mustard goes on the bread. Oh, that's a crispy bread, huh? And that's just done on the pan. So this side is ready. This side is ready. We got the cheese, we got the mustard. I don't have any lettuce or tomato or onion or anything, so I'm just going to have a plain one. Okay, all this stuff goes back in the fridge. And we need a little bit of acidity. See, cooking is all about balance. So I've got a rich patty, I've got rich cheese, buttered bread, and a little bit of sauerkraut just to cut the richness. So hey, I'm good. How are you? Alright, I need to also turn on the exhaust now, the exhaust fan. Alright, let's flip this guy over. There we go, that looks beautiful. Of course, you can use the oven glove to There we go. Alright, there we go, there we go. It's done. This is almost ready. Let's rock and roll, guys. I hope you are ready. I'm going to serve myself some of the cabbage. Gonna turn this down for a sec. Oh, the cabbage is steaming. Turn this off as well. Take a spoon of the cabbage. Alright, there we go. This can go back on. This goes off. There we go. And we're done with that. Just going to take it out into a... Actually, just show it to you guys here. Let's put it on here. Ah! That was hot. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's on. Okay, this is done as well. Alright. All the stoves are off. Let's eat now. Yes, hold on. There we go. I seasoned the meat with a berberry seasoning and some red wine. Just gonna open the window a little. Ooh, it's smoky in here. Alright, little water. Alright, this guy goes in the bowl here. Okay. I guess you can see everything now. Alright, you can see the burger here. Well, let's put it on a plate actually. Actually, don't need the plate. So here's the burger. Sauerkraut. Whatever that is. Yeah, it's very hot in India right now. Alright. Just a little bit of sauerkraut on the burger. And just spread that around. You know, it's again, like I said, it's just to cut the richness and the fattiness of the meat, the cheese, everything. This goes on. Also, it's just good for your gut health. It's probiotic, fermented foods. Hello, hello everyone. Alright, the sauerkraut goes in. I will just also do a quick splash on the cast iron. Just to kind of clean it a little. Hang on, one more squirt of water. There we go. Perfect. All right, here we go. So we got the sandwich, we got the sauerkraut, the cabbage. Let's eat some cabbage. Mmm, that's good now. Feels healthy. Do I have channel membership? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Have you done once a day meal? If so, I did OMAD. I hated it. I couldn't last more than 2 or 3 days. To me, OMAD is not a smart decision because the thing is, you will cut your calories too much and eventually your metabolic rate will slow down immensely. So for me, no OMAD. Hello, Mamta Gola. You will have to refresh my memory. Let's cut the sandwich. There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a cross section of my sandwich. There we go. Alright guys, let's eat. Once again, the cross section. Mmm. Oh, it's juicy. Mmm. Oh wow. Mm. So it's kind of like a patty melt. The thing is, I didn't want to buy a packet of 4 burger buns and then eat one of them and then wonder what to do with the rest of them. So this just works out perfectly. Like if I want a snack on one slice of bread, I have bread. That's good. Or for me, the price doesn't matter because good food is good food. I mean, I'm lucky, I'm fortunate enough that when it comes to food, I don't have to pinch pennies. Also, since it is my job, technically making these live streams, making videos, reviewing food, it's all my job. So, I mean, technically, it's like a business expense, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I'm quite full already. I mean, I don't need to earn. Again, like I said, I've been very fortunate that I had the life I did, that I grew up in the family that I did, that I saved money when I did, etc. So I don't need to worry about the cost difference between a hamburger bun packet and a packet of bread. But I understand that, like, yeah, for some people you got to watch the pennies everywhere, especially if you don't have a high paying job or you have other expenses, like you're feeding a family of 4 or 5. Here it's just me and my wife Dipti, so it's not really a big deal. There are two of us, we only cover expenses for ourselves right now, you know. So, ooh, I will have to look up that specific cold cut. Yeah, so I never was, so as a person, because I don't know how many of you guys know my past. I basically spent my whole adult life trying to be a metal musician. And for that, I pretty much knew that I would not make a lot of money, and I knew that most of my life was going to be spent making music. So I never bought fancy clothes, no watches, no fancy mobile phones, no holidays. In fact, I took a holiday like with Dipti, my wife, like a proper international holiday. We only took that after 10 years of being together for our 10th anniversary. I hardly ever drank alcohol, so I never spent on that. I don't smoke or smoke up, so I never spend money on cigarettes or drugs, which are pretty big expenses, by the way. Like smoking is ridiculously expensive. I mean, you can taste the wine a little bit, just the flavor, but you're not going to get drunk on this. So, unless you don't do it for like religious reasons or something, in which case it's fine. That was good. Yeah, I guess in Australia it's a lot more. I mean, here's the thing, smoking is an addiction. A lot of kids do it when they're in school to look cool. They get addicted to it. They're they smoke on and off their entire lives. I mean, it's not easy for most people to quit smoking, but kudos to those who try. Normally, I don't give a shit what other people do. My biggest issue with smoking is that it's not a personal habit, right? Like if you smoke and I'm standing next to you, it affects me as much as it does you. As opposed to if you're drinking alcohol standing next to me, apart from your bad breath, not much else will affect me. But again, to each their own. This cabbage is very tasty. That brisket has really like given it a smoky flavor. Pretty epic. Oh, by the way, I just want to say big thank you to all of you who watch my live streams every day now. For all of you who are watching the videos on the channel, because finally today I felt good about the YouTube channel. Like even though we lost 1600 subscribers in the last month, the overall channel viewership has gone up. These live streams are doing a little bit more for the channel. It's getting more people to see the videos and realize that I'm still around. So thank you all for being part of these live streams. Thank you all for going to the channel and watching all the new videos. I greatly appreciate it. Like I know there's a mountain to climb still, but this is a good first step. Hey, I would love to show you my dog, but he's not home. He's gone to boarding. My wife is on holiday, and he's at his own bed and breakfast. Yeah, vaping is a little less annoying than cigarette smoking, but I mean, this is a very filling dinner. Yeah, I was never a dog person. I'm not particularly a dog person anymore, except I love my dog. I am eating some cabbage cooked in brisket fat, and I'm having a patty melt, which is like a hamburger sandwich in white bread. Oh, obnoxious. What is obnoxious? Whew. Oh, that was very filling. And I still have half of this left. I mean, I could eat this tomorrow. I could eat it today. I'm trying to think in terms of calories, what have I consumed right now? Rangeet, I'm very sorry to hear that. So the cabbage, I may have had like what, 50 grams of cabbage. which may be what, 20 calories at best, if less, if not less. 20 calories of cabbage. Let's say there was about half a tablespoon of brisket fat in my cabbage. Take another 60 calories. Let's say 110 calories was the cabbage with the brisket fat. 110 calories. Then I ate two pani puris before doing the live stream. Let's take 100 calories upper limit for that. So that's 200. Let's say 200 calories for the side dishes. What I ate before the live stream and the cabbage. Let's calculate for this. So let's say 160 calories for the bread, at least 60 calories for the butter. That's 220 calories. Let's say the cheese was 80, so that's 300 calories minus the meat. Let's say the meat, I use half of the veal mince, which is 125 grams. Say 150 calories, so this would be 450 then. So 450 plus 200, that's 650 calories I've eaten if I finish this, which is not, I mean, it's a, like, if I were to do 600 calories in a day, that's 1800. I think I'm in my calorie limit. I think I'm in my calorie limit. Hey Ghostery, sorry for your loss too. That was one of the things I mentally prepared for when Dipti said she wanted to get a dog. I just knew that, like, because obviously I know I have friends who had pet dogs and who obviously lost their pet dogs as well. So I know it's hard, but I think for most people I'm glad I got the dog, even if I had to bear the loss of the dog later on in life. Thank you, Avian Pereira. I appreciate it. Now, I could skip this sandwich and I could eat a mango. Or I could eat this sandwich and I could still eat a mango. Decisions, decisions, decisions. That is true. That is true. Whew. Eat both. Obviously, these live streams are not good for my weight loss, but let's see what I weigh tomorrow morning. So I'll tell you what I ate for lunch. I had about, let's say, 1/4 of a fried chicken sandwich and one jalebi. And about 7 pani puris. Hey Nasir Mohammed, I'm good. Hello Mike Hawk, how are you? I'm not a chef, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a food content creator, I'm a musician. I wouldn't call myself a chef because I've never worked in like a professional kitchen. Alright, Buzz of Droning, have a good night. I'm definitely feeling the fullness now. Little bit of gristle in the meat. I'm not very fond of Indian sweets at all. I'm still here, guys. Only Buzz of Droning is going. No time, go to GAM. I don't know what GAM is. By the way, how many of you know what veal is? I've been saying veal. Roktim just have the apos. That is the most common and famous one. Have I ever been to Manali? No. So the meat in my sandwich is veal. How many of you know what veal is? No, veal is not exotic dog meat. No. No. Veal is not exotic. Oh, you're half Argentinian. That's cool. So this is like a patty melt. It was a burger patty in white bread, but the meat is veal. 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 So how many of you know what veal is? Yes, Arpita is correct. So is Mr. Loft Ladder, as is Charlotte. So it is either, it's a calf. It could be a boy or a girl, but mostly it's the boy. It's not the female cow. My religion is irrelevant. I'm an atheist, but I was born a Hindu. But I don't like any religion at all, so I won't get into that. So here's the interesting thing. The Messi or Ronaldo, neither. I don't watch football. AK, there will be no stopping. Now I can explain. So first of all, Rangjit, I don't watch football. I'm very sorry. So if I have to pick, I guess I would pick Messi. I don't really watch cricket because I'm not a sports fan, but I've been watching the IPL and cricket a lot in the last 3 years because my wife works for ESPN Crick Info, the website. So the cricket match is always on in the house now. So I tend to watch it when it's on. Not much I can do. Okay, I want to wash my hands. Actually, I think that moment of discussion has passed. KKR will win. Isn't like KKR not leading the table? Aren't like the Sunrisers or someone like up in front now? I can't, like, the amount of matches is insane, and the last few matches the scores have been like, you know, baby cow, they build the road up to your door. I don't know what that means. Yes, my wife works for ESPN Crick Info. You can find some of her photo features and her articles also there. I'm just gonna wash my hands. Gonna wash them with soap. Got to also wash the knife, because if I plan to cut the mango, which I don't think I'll do now because I'm quite full, but I will get some water. Stay hydrated. Hang on, I'm alive. Oh, all right. That feels good. So actually, what I wanted to, thank you, it's just an IKEA knife actually. So if you're interested, if you go to amazon.in/store/headbangers kitchen, you can find my store. It's just an IKEA knife. They're a set of 3, I think. Hello Shakir Sheikh. Hello everyone who's joining in. Good to see you all here. Wherever you're from in the world. Woo. It's hot, guys. So anyway, the reason I wanted to just ask you if you knew what veal was is because I think a lot of people, and not by any fault of their own, are just not very aware of the food that they eat, why the food is the way it is, why these things exist. So obviously veal is a baby calf, and most of the time it is a male calf. And there's a reason for that. By the way, as humans, we also eat baby pigs. They're called suckling pigs. We roast the whole thing. We also eat baby goat. They're called kid ghost, at least in India. The meat is more tender, obviously. It's not as flavorful, but it's more tender. But specifically to veal, and the reason I educate people is because in this world, a lot of people try to show a moral superiority based on what they eat when they don't know the first thing about where their food comes from. So I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you two questions. Those who have been on my live streams before, you probably know this. We've had this discussion. How many of you know how an egg is produced? And how many of you know how milk is produced? How do you get milk? And how do you get eggs? Just a simple question. Thank you so much, PR. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Street food India. Okay, I don't know what that means. I don't really eat much street food. I prefer to eat at home. I live in the state of Maharashtra. Nice one, Charlotte. Charlotta. Charlotta. Is it like pronounced Charlotta? So here's the thing. If you take a chicken and put it in a room, it will lay an egg. If you take a cow and put it in a room, it will not give you milk. And that's because for a cow to give you milk, the cow has to be impregnated. Yeah. So when you drink milk, it is only because the cow has been impregnated and then she has been milked. Obviously, the female calf has value because the female calf will then grow up to be a milk producing calf. Because remember, men cannot give you milk. No matter how much you squeeze your man nipples, nothing's coming out of there, buddy. So the thing is, male calves have no use. If the male calf was allowed to live, it would drink the mother's milk, and you, as a milk consumer, would get less milk. Hence, yes, hence we have veal. So the male calves are then killed for their meat. It's as simple as that. Now, your choice is your choice. I never tell anyone what to eat. If you feel your animal cruelty is not your thing, if you don't like the idea, but the thing is, a lot of, especially people, when it comes to religion, they will try and exert this moral superiority, especially in India and especially the Hindus. They like to exert this moral superiority that don't eat the cow, and this is obviously only some of them, the extremely religious, higher caste people, is that don't eat the cow, we worship the cow. But how can you worship a cow and then forcefully get it pregnant so that you can drink its milk? Because it's not that these guys don't drink milk. In fact, all the shit they eat and drink is milk only. So they constantly like have the cow in full like pregnancy 24/7, as long as it is, you know, giving milk. And yeah, why Indians racist against each other? Because they are very racist. Because in India they have been sold some weird ideology of fairness. Like if you see the Indian matrimonial ads, it's like looking for bride or groom must be fair, tall, and earning a lot of money. It's like a, yes, as Charlotta is saying, um, is the same thing with chickens. Yeah. So I just think people should just evaluate, like before they start pointing fingers. And because a lot of vegetarians and vegans and all like to play the holier than thou card. Of course, vegans don't have anything to do with animals, which is a different story. But yeah, how does the cow's reproduction system work? The bull has sex with the cow, and the cow gets pregnant, just like humans do. So if you're a human and you've gotten pregnant, it's exactly the same thing. How you got pregnant, you gave birth to your child, you breastfed your child. Cow does the same thing, except the cow doesn't have sex with the bull most of the time, because the cow is not going to normally just procreate with the bull constantly. So they forcefully have to impregnate the cow to get it pregnant. Exactly. I agree with you. If you can eat buffalo and bison, you can eat cow also. You can eat all the animals. You can eat a horse also, which I did. See, again, this is why I say when it comes to religion, there is no logic. Religion is stupid. I'm sorry if you are religious, I apologize, but it is stupid. And hopefully, if you are religious and you don't like what I said, you can pray to God to make me stop saying it. Do I believe in Jesus? No, I do not believe in Jesus. I believe in no God, because God is made by man. The concept of God itself is flawed. If you look at all the stories about gods, they are all fragile, they are all weak, they are all sort of, they are flawed. God, any God you see the story, they are all flawed. They all commit atrocities to create what is the so called good. But if you just flip the perception of what you are talking about, you will see the other side. Like, you know, you are the villain in somebody else's story. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot to do with perception. Yes, maybe in the olden days, religion served as a sort of, I don't know, maybe when humans were less developed, maybe then, to serve as some sort of, it doesn't make sense actually. If you're a good person, you're a good person. You don't need religion to tell you how to be a good person. But anyway, in my opinion, it has passed its expiration date. And yeah, but of course, I mean, I'm one guy in a sea of people who have been indoctrinated from the time they were born into various religions. But again, like I said, for me, it's a personal choice. If you want to believe it and you're a good human being, I really don't care, you know. Well, pack down, okay, if you say so. Which religion are you talking about? Because there are a whole bunch of them. Which one are you batting from? Why do Indians hate Bangladeshis and Pakistanis but everyone eats the same food? So I can't speak for anybody else in India, but I don't hate Bangladeshis or Pakistanis. In fact, I think we're all good people. The politicians play religious games and they create these hostilities. So, and that's why I say politics, religion, they just exploit people, they brainwash them, you know. Yes, Rongit Chaudhary. People put not drugs, they put bull semen into the cow to get milk. How do you get pregnant? People have intercourse, sex, penis into vagina, sperm deposit, baby formed, baby delivered. When there's no time to constantly get the man to be, I mean, the male bull to be aroused and impregnate the cow and keep it pregnant. Who defines good? Well, if you need a book to tell you how to be good, I'm sorry. Half the rapists and murderers are all religious and they think they're really doing God's work. I don't need a book to tell me don't hurt other people, don't be like nasty to other people. Like, that's the most silly thing. God loves you, sir, he will always have a good day. If God loves me, why does he always want to kill me for not believing in him? Why will I always go to hell if I don't believe in God? God is an asshole actually. He lets children die, he lets people die. Things that he could control, he doesn't control. So God is an asshole. Sorry about that. No, I'm not doing any more keto videos, and I assume after this video calling God an asshole, I'm going to have a lot of unfollows in the morning. But you know what? That's okay. I don't put my lack of religious beliefs in any of my videos. I don't get involved in that. It's only on these live streams when conversation starts. Zina, I quit keto in 2019 and I stopped making keto videos in 2022. I just found the diet unsustainable and not for me. So yeah, I think there are better ways for me personally to live my life. I don't have the answer to all these questions. If you deny his existence, he will deny you, bro. You're literally not understanding. Hey, dude, which God are you fucking talking about, first of all? Are you talking about Jesus, Ram, Allah, whatever the Jewish guys believe in? Which God? All of you are anyway fighting over whose God is the correct God. So you first make up your mind which God you are talking about, because they're all different. So obviously, which one? You want me to believe in your God because you think your God is the best God. See, Jesus. Okay, I'm not going to lose my cool on this. Sorry, buddy. Jesus is not my God any which way. I was born into a Hindu family, so there is no Jesus in my life. And why do Christians love to sell their God like he's a 999 deal or something? Like, you must believe in Jesus. Praise the Lord Jesus. Like, why do you guys go around like selling it like it's some kind of discount deal? Like, God is sold. Like, God is a business. God is entertainment. Well, if aliens ever find us, which I don't think they will, then those are aliens, I guess. Yes, live and let live. That is the best thing. Again, like I said, you're not. Yes, I will speak very arrogantly about it because I obviously don't have any sort of tolerance for BS. No. I've been to church also, FYI. Went for someone's funeral. Yeah, first and last time. Been to a temple also, first and last time. I have already understood. Anyway, let's now cancel this topic because it's just aggravating me and, you know. Yes, the knife is good. Hey, Zina's World, if you watch my latest videos, they are all about the new dishes in India. I'm getting very distracted. So look, no knife will stay sharp. You have to buy a sharpener. No, this is an IKEA knife, believe it or not. Yeah, I wish I could afford a Japanese knife. I really wish so. I have a sharpener, I'll show it to you. So it's like one of these. You can buy it at IKEA and stuff. So you just put it down and then you just sharpen the knife. So the thing about knives is you need to maintain your cooking knives. Don't expect your knife to stay sharp. That's why this is a cheap IKEA knife. It's not very expensive. I sharpen it regularly. Actually, Dipti sharpens it. And it works like a charm. I've already cooked a biryani on my channel. Do check it out. Yes, I can do egg fried rice steam on the next stream for sure. No IKEA in Kerala, but you can order it on Amazon, bro. If you go to my Amazon page, like it's amazon.in/shop/headbangers kitchen. You can order it from Amazon. The exact models, everything are listed on my influencer page. Are you really there? Yeah, I'm right here. Have I heard of the band Bloodywood? Yes, they are very good friends of mine. Lovely guys. They have a great new album out. So Charlotta, I actually like. There are a lot of Christians in India too. In fact, the girl who works with me, she's a Christian. I mean, she's not religious either, but she's a Christian. And so, like, there's a big Christian population in Goa and in Kerala and even in Calcutta. So, and I grew up with like, so we had a live-in maid earlier on. Like, I mean, in India, by the way, FYI, in India, maids are Like everyone has a maid if you're like a middle class person. But like I had a maid who was a live-in maid when we were like really small, when we were kids, and she kind of converted to Christianity, and like, so like I have some idea about things. But yeah, it's definitely different in every country. All right, that's some. I am having trouble reading your name, Mortim Unima. Nice. I do like a few. Like I'm not a big deathcore fan, but I do like Lorna Shore. I enjoyed their last album. I like one or two songs of Slaughter to Prevail. And what is the other one? A couple of others that I've heard which are not too bad. Live and let live, guys. That's all we need to do. But for some reason, on every live stream, there is always religious discussion. I don't understand it. But anyway, now hopefully that conversation is over. It has been 76 minutes. Maybe this is a good time for me to go and have a shower, because I went for a walk 6 kilometers, and then I came back home and straight away got into cooking and the live stream. So I could possibly go have a shower, clean down the kitchen, maybe take an hour off and just watch some TV, because I've literally been live streaming in the morning, then working all day, going for my walk, coming back and live streaming till like 10 p.m. and then sleeping by like 11:30. Hey, so the scene in Mumbai is better because Pune is a very college kind of crowd, so they always sort of move out from Pune city. So Pune doesn't have as many shows as Bombay, and not even as many bands. But yeah, better sort of scene in Bombay for sure. Yes, I would love to someday come to the States. I would love to come and play with my band, most important. And of course, I'd love to come and eat some barbecue in Texas and go to New York and just enjoy some of the pizzas over there and the Michelin star food. And then, of course, go to Chicago, Philly, and do like the entire trail, the American food trail. Of course, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put on so much weight if I do that. Yeah, we're all in different countries. So I'm in Mumbai, India. You know, you guys are all. Yes, I want to go to Franklin barbecue. I just hope it's as good when I go as it is now or as it was before. Okay. Oh, I've played in the UK many times with my band. I played Bloodstock in 2018. I played more UK cities than a lot of UK bands have. My band is called Demonic Resurrection, in case you didn't know. We toured in 2019. We also toured in 2018. Played the Incineration Festival in London. Played at the Unicorn in London. Played at so many places: Brighton, Norwich, uh, uh, Plymouth, like lot of places. Did some shows in Europe as well. Played Wacken open air with my band. Also did Metal Days and Brutal Assault. So yeah, I mean we've been around for like 24 years now. Next year will be our 25th anniversary. For anyone who's interested, my band is called Demonic Resurrection, uh, just like the name. Anyway, I will see if I can get to America. As always, if I am going anywhere in the world, you guys will find out about it here in the live stream, and we will definitely all catch up for a meetup somewhere. What's my favorite meat sandwich? I think like my go-to sandwich is always a good grilled ham and cheese sandwich. Like that is my all-time classic favorite sandwich. Obviously, if we're talking about an indulgent sandwich, I would love a nice pastrami sandwich or a brisket grilled cheese. A vegetarian sandwich, I guess I don't eat too many vegetarian sandwiches, but I guess a non-spicy, a non-spicy Bombay sandwich. I think that's a very wholesome sandwich. Feels very healthy, even though it's not lots of cheese and butter, but there is beetroot, potatoes, cucumber, tomato, like the whole farm is in there. But it's a really nice sandwich when done right. Dude, you can start here for free. Thank you. I really appreciate the offer. The main thing is getting the visa. Anyway, guys, it's been 80 minutes now. I'm going to go because I'm quite tired. But thank you for being on the stream. I will chat with you guys tomorrow or day after. And till the next time I see you, cheers and keep cooking. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. Bye bye.